Today on the podcast, we have got someone who's been making waves in the forensic science community, especially among young professionals and students. You have probably came across his profile if you are even remotely into forensic science content on social media. He is a forensic science student at NFSU Delhi, one of the most reputed institutions of the country, and he's definitely more than just a student. He's an active voice and influencer in the field. Today, we welcome AIR 32 of the NFAT 2022, Abhinab Tripura, on our show. So, welcome Abhinav. We are so glad to host you.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really glad to have you here as well.
So, we'll just start with briefly your introduction. How would you introduce yourself beyond the LinkedIn profile and the Instagram, YouTube profile?
Okay, so yes, I'm someone who is really deeply curious about forensics. I have been always imagining how this cases is being analyzed from just nothing, right? If you have been going to cases crime scenes, you might find there are some evidences either is of physical chemical and biological, and I have seen in the in our childhood we have seen CIDs, right? Everyone have seen that CID series. So everyone must be having the curiosity how these things is being done. Yet after you came into this forensic academically, you could to know how it is really done. So that really made me more interested into forensic. So that really motivated me and inspired me how to really work in forensics. That's really how I would really introduce myself, how I got into forensics, and I'm here to share the awareness and educate people who are of forensic science.
That's great. And also, you said your interest sparked from CID only. I guess most of the forensic enthusiasts got
Yes,
interested
I have.
from CID only. So, was it something else also? Was this your original plan to come in forensics, or was it a backup plan?
See, I would say even I personally have attempted multiple entrance exams. Yet this was my first result that I have got after my 12th. Then when I've seen that I've been shortlisted in the All India rank 32, I was shocked. I've been selected. I have got this college of NFSU. Yeah, that really sparks me as well. That I've been selected in this college, prestigious college. So that was my basically first priority of studying forensic. And of although everyone knows forensic is really something which is really fascinating to study.
Okay, so that's lovely. You have also interned in Tripura Police and also interned in forensic lab. So can you tell us about your experience?
Okay. So after I've been there in for internship there in Tripura FSLs as well as in Tripura Police. Let me start with the first thing that I've been intern was in FSL Tripura. Okay, so I've been selected in the toxicology department of FSL there in Tripura. What basically we do go there is we usually go at 10 and then till 5 we have the routine of a routine of doing analysis from 10 to 5, right? So basically, what we do in the beginning is we go to the lab, we wear everything like gloves, aprons, everything, right? And then we go with the case opening. Case opening in the sense, see, the in toxicology department, I would say with the other department as well. In firstly, I'll speak on toxicology. What we do, there's a room called exhibit room. Firstly, we go to the exhibit room, bring the evidences, the seal pack evidences, we seal packed of the SDPUs of different police station has been sent from. Okay, then the signature of the SCPU as well, signature of the seal of this SDPU as well, and the heading of the director of the FSS, right? So that's the first thing we usually acknowledge to write down the all the seal packed evidences. Yet we note that first number of seal, number of signatures, number of packing, the stitches. that is being done in the exhibit box. So after we open it, we find three, 4 to 5 exhibit boxes. Okay, boxes mean those boxes. Now we have those boxes. How where the exhibit is being preserved. First, in the first exhibit A, we and the postmortem doctor, basically the FMT doctor, forensic medicine and toxicology doctor that is being in a hospital. What they do, they pack the stomach and it contains in the exhibit A liver, spleen, intestine, small intestine. Those are packed in those are preserved in exhibit B. Exhibit C is of preservatives of the stomach contents, right? Any preservative we have in our body that is being stored in the exhibit C, and exhibit D contains of blood. That blood is being sent to the biology department for DNA analysis. So from those evidence, exhibit A, B, C, we cut the viscera depending upon the type of cases. If it is a poison case, we extract it on different analysis procedure. If it is of alcohol or any kind of poison drug cases, we extract it on different method. So this is how we extract basically in lab. Okay, I won't discuss about the cases of what type of cases we actually got and how we have done the result. These are kept confidential. I have pictures to share yet. I cannot. Yeah. So this was how we do in forensics in FSL's the lab thing. Secondly, in uh, police administrative. If you are intern in police administrative, you will be an intern under crime scene management or crime scene investigation. The police officials take you will be taking you there for crime scene reconstruction or crime scene analysis. How it is being done? See, of course, if you're interning as a student, right, you won't be taken in the first time crime cases. There are rare cases where the interns are being taken in the real spot cases. Interns are taken in crime scene reconstruction. After the suspect is being arrested, the accused is being arrested, and the police officer, along with the police official and the executive magistrate and the interns of the officials, not official, forensic student is being taken in the crime scene to reconstruct the whole crime scene, how they have conducted the whole murder or the scene. So that is how you will be interned under forensic crime scene management in
So, as a forensic science student, you said you have been to, crime scenes and in the toxicology divisions.
yes.
So, is it, does it consume a lot of, just we have to be mind strong for that, right? When we see real life cases. So, is that a skill? Matlab, of course, is that a mandatory skill if someone's willing to come into the field of forensics?
See, this is very important questions. Okay, like I have even noticed this in the FSLs. What we have been done. See, like basically not in cyber cases of course, but in other cases like biology and toxicology, mainly bio and toxi. Basically, what you have been done, you would
Yeah.
be working with decomposed uh, mm, contents, right? Visceral organs. What happened when you just open the seal of this bottle, now this weird smell you'll be getting. You will like even me in my first day of my interning there in the oxygen department, I was like, yeah, it is really disgusting, the smell. Of course you have to cut it into pieces, yet when you open the seal itself only the smells would spark out and you would be like, yeah, this is really something different. So this is something which you need to be really strong for handling all these smells. Also there are cases, hanging cases, rape cases. Also there are and decomposed cases where you'll be taken there. What happened? Of course, not every person has that uh, capability of watching all these things, right? They don't have the mindset of watching. They have the fear issue. What? Yeah, the person who will pursue forensics need to have all these strong skills to preserve and watch all these things and handle this smell of this. Yes, the person really
Does
needs
it
to.
does it take, matlab, of course, does it affect your mood? Definitely it must have, seeing all those cases. Does it take a toll on your mind? Because we are professionals, we have to maintain a certain attitude when we are at the scene, but still we are humans after all, so it does take a toll on the mind.
See, I would say beyond. other courses, who are the students who are pursuing forensic science, yet they know what is forensics, right? Yet they keep themselves mentally prepared, yet or they start keeping their mentally, and I would say they're preparing themselves mentally, right? How to hold or handle all these things. Yet as you have said, the mood swing or the mood really affects in all these type of things, right? Like you just see, in the morning you had a good meal, right? After you came to left, and then you open all these things and started cutting. The word smell would really affect your mind and the whole hectic schedule, right? You would be having the whole day. So this really affects. Yet the person is mentally prepared to hold this thing.
Okay, so experience practical exposure also. So it is very different from books and theories. According to your experience, what did this real world forensics teach you that book did not?
See, honestly, my first thing was, I would say, he, of course you need a good knowledge to know what is this simple thing even, right? Even if it's a mod, like this thing of a smartphone, you have a smartphone, the science behind the smartphone, you need to know, right? So that's not just the practical knowledge you should gain, but the theory knowledge is really important to have it, right? Although yes, it matters the applications you use and the scientific and anything you have studied that are being used in the practical field only, right? Like everyone have studied of introduction forensics as fingerprint anything, right? You have studied of how to lift fingerprint from a glass. So of course you need a bold knowledge to how this the science behind collecting the fingerprint from the glass. And it's not the rocket science yet, but you can collect it easily, right? By using brush, those powders, and sparkle in the glass, and then you rub it with the brush, and then you can collect it with the tape method. If you are collecting with the tape method, then that's fine. So yes, you need a good knowledge to have on this particular topic. You would be having the practicals. Also, the practical knowledge you need the skills to how to handle the instruments. It is very important also that besides having huge theoretical knowledge, you really need your hands on experience on skills, basically your skills of how you handles or hold the any kind of tools that is being used in forensics. It is very important. Anything that slips away beyond your hand, the whole case can split out, and this guy could direct somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like forensics is one field we have to have a strong grasp on both theoretical as well as practical knowledge.
Practical.
So let's talk about your life at NFSU. As you told us, you got AIR 32 when you gave the NFAT exam. So that is a big achievement, of course. Did you feel, of course, a sense of achievement and a sense of happiness that you got into such a prestigious university when you first began your journey?
Okay, so yes, I have got a 32 on the year 2022. That was my first year where I have attempted the exam. In fact, basically second batch of NFSU. We are the second batch of NFSU 2021, 2022. So yeah, this was kind of proud moment for me. And actually, I came from an place where there is no knowledge of forensics. I came from a state called Tripura, and from Tripura only Tripura only I've been coming from a very rural area, Gandacharak. So there where people don't know even what is forensics. How they usually call forensic doctor seeing CID. So that's really achievement though. Also, yeah, life at NFSU outcome. See, yes, the after you get into NFSU, the schedules you would have, daily life schedules you would have, that would really change. See, every like you would have from the classes that starts from 10 to 5, basically 10 to 5. It might take to you to 6:30, sometimes 7s as well. Okay, even some 10. See, we have a class from 10 to 1. 1 to 2 is a break time, and 2 to 5 you have classes as well. So sometimes the classes might exceeds to 6:30, 7. Like last day only I came up from college at 6:30. We had a practical. We have been doing that, and then we have got to 6:30. So yes, the lives at NFSU, even you besides studying in forensic, you need a very strong mind and health, right? And to hold this, you need to be more strong to get into forensic as well at NFSU. And one more thing to add is the exam schedules. There are no gaps in exams. Every month you will be having exams in NFSU. There is nothing called grades or something else. Like see, we have like in a semester we have four exams. Tier one, or and that is of 25 mark. Okay, you need to score minimum 12.5 mark to qualify that exam. Secondly, you would have mid semester exam that is of 50 mark. You would need 25 mark to qualify that exam. If you qualify that exam only, you will be able to sit on the semester exam. If you're not eligible, if you don't qualify that exam, you won't be eligible for sitting on the semester exam. Then we have tier 2, that is of presentation. The subjects you have been studying, you would have the presentation. You have to give a presentation that is even that is of 25 mark. And lastly, we have semester exam of 100 mark. So you need to score minimum 50 to pass that exam.
Okay, so what was something that you expected before joining NFSU, or you wish that someone told you before joining the NFSU?
Okay, so yes, I like lastly when I said like we had no knowledge of forensic from my locality. I came to actually explore. Yet there's a campus in Tripura, NFSU Tripura. So I came to know about forensics from that college only. Once I went, there's a course called BSMSC. Then I went in there and met the dean of college, the university, and they explained me the whole process how to get into this. Yet I kept the exam and cracked it.
Okay, so as a student, you have completed your bachelor's, right? You have just started your
Yes,
master's.
I have.
So
Yes.
we all have, certain favorite subjects. Do you have a favorite subject? Is it more of the traditional fields like toxicology, serology, or the most, recent fields like cyber forensics? What is it?
Very interesting. Like, see, okay, the all my classmates were really curious to know about this. What happened? Let me just start from the beginning. In the beginning when I've joined forensics, right, we have studied of introduction to forensics. In the first year itself we have studied in introduction to forensic science, crime
Yeah.
and criminology, all these things, crime scene management, and fingerprint. In the first year itself when we studied fingerprint, I had really bold interest in fingerprint. Like, oh my god, after doing those practical works, I had the real interest in fingerprint. Yet after I went into second year, we have got subject called forensic anthropology. Then I was like, oh my God, this is something more interesting, right? Studying you would you can really estimate the person's age, their bone, unidentical skeleton. If you ever find any unidentified body or bone in anywhere of the world, you can estimate the person's sex, race, or the other thing, ethnicity, right? You can estimate the whole thing. So that really sparks me like, oh, this is something really nice. And after I've got into third year, really made me interest on forensic anthropology. And in the third year itself, when I went into third year, I got the interest in doing biological cases. After we have got biological samples now, like, wow, this is really like nice to really interesting, from extracting the blood from semen, from sweat as well, saliva, urine, extracting the samples from those type of samples. So this was really interesting. But what happened after I went my in the last 2 month back, I have got my chance to do I have got chance to pursue this internship thing. That really changed my whole thing. First year itself, I had the interest in uh this fingerprints. Second year I had the interest in forensic anthropology. Third year I had the interest in forensic biology and serology. And in the fourth year of my the BSc forensic science, basically my master's first year, we need to choose a specialization that need to be done of 2 year. Then after I went to the lab, I have seen toxicological cases. Yes, this is something really new. So this really made me really interesting, extracting poisons, alcohols, and any kind of chemical substances from the human body, organs, right? Visceral organs. So that really sparks me, and yes, I'm pursuing now in forensic chemistry and toxicology specialization.
So you have represented all of us forensic science students very well. Our interest changed with every semester and every new
Exactly,
subject introduced. It was the same
exactly.
for me, even though I only am in my second year, but I think my interest will always also keep changing. So okay, so about
Okay,
your
so being in such a big institute, how do you manage your study or your project? Also, you are a runner of Inspire Forensic. We know that you are a founder of Inspire Forensic. So, how do you manage them collectively?
Okay, so I have said the schedule we have in college, the university is of from 10 to 5. What just listen to my whole time routine. Okay, what I do. Like from Monday to Friday we have a class, right? From Monday to Friday we have full schedule class from 10 to 5. That might exit to 6 to 6:30, right? After I come back from my college, at 5, then I reach at 5:30. Yeah, and after 5:30, I just take a nap of 1 hour. That is of 6:30 till 6:30 to 7, and I start working on my Inspire Forensics. Like I have, that's basically a student-led voluntary, and that I've actually founded that community because to educate people how, what is forensics, and to awareness people how forensic really came into this world and what is the real need of forensics, how to link all these things and to connect more people, all the forensic community people. I have founded this community Inspire Forensics to inspire as well, to awareness as well, to educate as well. That is the first thing. So how I really maintain my academic and this community thing. Secondly thing, see, after you come back from your colleges, right? After you come back, just I just take a nap. Then I start working on this Inspire Forensics. I usually keep meetings in my Inspire Forensics, discuss on how to develop or talk on something interesting with the forensic students. Not only forensic students, but there are students who are really interested in forensics. They are of school students, yeah, 11, 12. There are many students who really text me, sir, how you got into forensics, right? They're still pursuing class 11, 12 students, yet they ask me how to really help them to pursue in forensics. So that things really motivates and inspire me as well. The from the students that inspire me, how really the kids, the students are really passionate to know what is forensics. If you start helping them, you would really get the inner energy to work on all this multiply.
so basically it comes from within, like passion is driving you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk more about Inspire Forensics. Now, forensics, I guess, is very well known than if we talk about the last decade. है ना? It is more well known in 2025 when we talk about. So it is very hard to, work with dedicated students and find students who actually are willing to grow with you. So in Inspire Forensics, of course, you must have your own team. So how important is it to find a good team who will be there at every step? Because doing everything alone is not possible. I mean, even if you want to, you might need help of a good team.
Okay, so yes, see, this is even I really feel sad to hear this. Even I like in my I have founded this community on 19 December 2024. The first board member I had at that time got fully changed. Okay, Being a president, I need someone who are really dedicated. Except few, I would really name those few people who were really from the beginning. Srija Chakraborty, Tamunas Bhattacharjee, Ayushka Sinha. Ayushka Sinha is the vice president of Inspire Forensics. Srija is the head of the recruiter. Tamunas is the head of the executive. Three of them were really from the beginning, from the root of this whole thing, Inspire Forensics, till today. It's been almost 8 to 9 months already. The Inspire Forensic has been founded. So yeah, it is very important. In this 8 to 9 months, I have recruited or hired more than two set of board members that have actually changed the hierarchy, also all the whole system. Yet see, you, although if you work on such things, right, you would really meet peoples. It's not key. The person need to be really active beyond academics. If see, okay, the besides even see one more thing I would really add. See, why do we basically have college for educating, we to educate or to get education, right? Yet we found all these things, clubs, community, or anything called podcasts. Right? Why we do all these things, right? To get more skills, right? It's not only to get more skill, but to get skill. Once you study there in college academically, you just come up at home in the evening and talk to your communities. Just deliver what you have studied the whole day with them. So even they are getting educated, you are getting educated, right? The same thing is being repeated. This goes in a cycle, right? Once you have been educated, so why cannot you educate others as well? So this is the whole funda of the the motivation, the motive of the Inspire Forensic, to share what you have studied, to educate people basically.
You actually felt that you needed to start it. मतलब to build an open platform है ना Instagram YouTube पे, did you feel a bit underconfident before starting it? Because I feel like that is a fear we all face when we go on social media publicly.
See, I'm a person who is really nervous and uh, I have the confidence issue, right? Even during the classes, if you have to go up a presentation, I would be like, oh my God, this is a really huge task. Besides giving 200, 300 exams, I would really prefer giving exams beyond giving presentations. So that was my first thing, having the fear to face socially. Yet after I came to in this social media thing, I came to know, yes, people are really interested in watching forensic stuffs. So what really made me interest was think people are really interested in watching all these things. So what I did was, whatsoever I study in the college, whatsoever I do the practical in college, I just record those and post it. There is nothing I just call people, आ जाओ तुम लोग, let's do a video. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. The video I do ना, that is the normal. There are really normal practical we usually do. So I just record them. Usually, even if I have to do the practical, someone's record me or I record them. So that's how this I came into this social media thing. Also, I've been invited in DU. There's a conference in DU. I've been invited there on topic called anthropology. How this how the and like this I mean the superstition behind the skeletons found in places, how these are really like affecting people, right? So that's a topic that I have really given lecture on DU. It was even nice. Yet yeah, I would say I had the confidence issue initially, but once you come into socially active, so you won't have that problem.
Okay, so being an influencer, what was the moment when you realized that people are actually listening to you?
Okay, saying on this, like yes, after I have posted multiple reels on my Instagram as well, YouTube as well, people have been commenting and messaging me. I still remember I had follower of 764, 764 only last year. That is on last year, 2024. on Jan or Jan Feb. On Jan Feb, I had just the followers of 746. After I posted that video, like the followers that have increased was 1,000. Okay. And in a very after the video I've said, the video that got viral, that took me my followers to 5K. I was like, oh my god, this is something people really wanted to explore on. Then I started making videos, and now till today, now I have 17K of followers in Instagram. I have 1K in Instagram. Though I don't usually post videos on YouTube, I just post educational videos on YouTube, but real stuffs I post on Instagram.
I guess all of the people, like most of them must have, from the forensic community, most of them must have came across your page somehow. When I was also in the first year, the first thing I got recommended from Instagram, I don't know, somehow Instagram always knows what we are up to, right? So I got recommended your videos and I was like, okay, this is something. So I got a taste of, your little vlogs from the labs, and so I was that and that. Then I was interested. So I feel like what you are doing is really good because children actually look up to you, Abhinav will give us guidance on how to get into this field and what is in this field. So how do you feel when people approach you? Ki, how do we do this? How do we become like you or something like that? How do you feel? Is
So
it
firstly, I would
overwhelming?
say that things really helps me as well to study in my academically. When people says me, how sir, how to join in forensics, how to what to study to get admitted in forensics. So basically, I need to explore in forensics as well. The queries I get, right. I would say I really get 100 to 150 messages per day. It's not an I'm giving a factual thing. I really get 100 to 150 messages per day. Yet people keep asking me how to join in forensics or this all these things. I keep so that's the reason behind I cannot handle all this alone, right? So I made Inspire Forensics to help this. So I made a team, and my team usually help in this, helping students to know what is forensics and how to get into forensics.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you
it's great how, you manage to answer each and everyone's doubt. Like, I have also experienced, like, when I invited you for the podcast, I didn't expect a reply because I always thought that, you must have a lot of messages. My DM will get lost in there, but you do manage to, reply them all. That is really nice. You have been a very supportive senior in that way. I have to say this.
even when this is
I came up from a new thing, right? Even I founded a community called Inspire Forensics. There was something very new who people even don't know what is Inspire Forensics. Yet I introduced itself, right? I made people trust what is it this. Same likely I if I find someone who is taking any initiatives in forensics, I would really like to help them. Like this is Debrief Sequence, so I'm here today to help you as well.
Thank you so much.
okay. Okay, so you have been so much in a practical side also. So according to you, like what are the main challenges in forensic education right now?
Okay, so even this is an important questions, right? Challenges in terms of education or in terms of career? I would really ask and ask you all first. See, in terms of educations, there are many challenges you might find. Okay, challenges like see, in education, what type of challenges you might find? There are colleges, really. There are colleges where the labs are not well established, right? Are not well equipped. The challenges you find is there are students from good forensic colleges, and when you have to compete between those two type of student, so you could find the challenges between how the practical knowledge is being done between two university. If the person is done from this university, from good university, and the other person have been pursuing from this university, the practical knowledge are the same. The practical knowledge are same, but how they handles all these equipment and the practical theory, these are different in terms of education. If you have to say, Secondly, in terms of career, yes, see now newly people are mostly they mostly say there are no jobs in forensics, no scopes in forensics, right? I would really say one thing. Say, any field that gives jobs. Just a suggestion, just a name a course that gives a job after you get graduated. Just a while suggestion you just give me.
Digital.
No, beyond forensics, beyond forensics.
Beyond
Just give me a
forensics,
beyond forensics.
I feel
Uh,
like there are no jobs exactly for graduates in any field. You have to have
Not
a
graduate, even
strong
after
skill.
master. After.
Even masters.
Hmm.
Actually in MBA you go in consulting, I guess. That
So
works.
besides okay, 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 like people usually say the pay scales of doctors, basically the pay scales of doctors are higher than this forensic experts. I would really personally the meet people have is correct. Okay, the pay scale, the amount of money you get in doctors and the forensic experts are different, yet the respect field and course is not all about money, right? Everyone doesn't goes on money, people, but mostly people goes on the salary pay scale. Yet people who have interest in forensics, they somehow earn it, right? After you get graduated and mastered in forensics, see, after you get into master's, that you get segregated in different specialization, starting from ballistic to biologist, right? Like a serologist or toxicologist, pharmacologist, and cyber analyst. You have been yeah, I would say ki after you, but in cyber, after you get passed out you have been mastered in cyber, you can get into cyber sectors, private sectors. Also in toxicology there are jobs that you can get into pharmaceutical companies, not only pharmaceutical companies, in chemical analytical companies, also in physics ballistics. In terms of government and private sectors, yes, government sectors are stabilized more than private, but the pay scales are quite little. Yet jobs, in terms of job, you might now the government have taken initiative, right? Everyone must be aware of why this new law has been implemented. Just say me why this law have been implemented, just for one reason.
I felt like there were a lot of cases which could have been handled well in the past if there were forensic experts there on the scene. Because this is what we study, how to collect evidences while maintaining their integrity. And in the past, there were a lot of, mishappenings, mishandling of evidence due to this. I feel like this is one of the major reasons why government has implemented this law in the BNS.
Yes. See, okay, yeah, it is true, correct. Also, dependent to reduce the pendency of the cases. Okay, to reduce the pendency of the cases, the first analysis of the cases need to be done in the FSLs. If you have ever worked in FSL, you might see the experts there. They need to give the results within a month, right? Whatsoever cases it is, you need to give the results within a month. So what happened? See what happened. The pendency. Besides all these cases, right? You had to like work on what it is. Also, yes, I've been discussing on jobs, right? Why these laws and these jobs things. I can correlate these two thing in two thing. In the BNSs, it is in BNS they have mentioned the experts, that now the experts should be mandated to visit every crime scene that are being every जो prison 7 year के साथ बात होता like the
Yeah, more than
okay
7 years.
okay मैं थोड़ा also skip it, okay, okay.
It's okay.
cases the heinous cases, not only heinous cases, those cases जो 7 साल के ऊपर जेल होता है, उनके सारे केसेस के ऊपर the visit of forensic expert is mandated. Okay, so just imagine इंडिया में कितने केस होता है है ना, बहुत सारे केसेस ड्यूरिंग माय टेन्योर इन दिस इंटर्नशिप पीरियड आई हैव सीन मल्टीपल केसेस पर डे। आई इन टॉक्सिक चला गया 10 to 11 केसेस आते हैं, पुलिस लेके आते हैं, जस्ट इमेजिन। तो फिर इनटू इनटू 30 कर दो, फिर इतने केसेस आते हैं, है ना, ऐसे आते हैं केसेस। सो जस्ट थिंक इफ देयर आर नो जॉब्स और द गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट टेकिंग एनी इनिशिएटिव ऑफ एस्टेब्लिशिंग मोर जॉब्स इन फॉरेंसिक्स, ये सारे केसेस क्या होंगे फिर, है ना। लॉस तो बनाए बनाए है ऑलरेडी। Also, to relate all these cases, to solve all these cases, they need more experts. For more expert, there would be more jobs. For more jobs, more students. Basically, बहुत सारे NFSUs खुले हैं to for all these things. Also, there are now in the last summit in the Vigyan Bhavan pe All India Forensic Science Conference. There it was discussed. Even private labs will be given the license to analyze evidences. See, cases इतने हो गया है कि FSLs cannot single-handed solve the cases. Now private lab will be given charge to analyze the evidences. So don't think of work jobs. तुम लोग पढ़ते रहो. I would say keep studying, keep exploring more into forensics. You will somehow get read on this, and yes,
Yeah, I feel like now is a much better time to, be in the field of forensics
true,
because now we are
exactly.
finally getting recognition for the
Hmm.
work we have been doing for the past decade. So, do you feel like what are the, according to you, some future advancements in forensics we can expect in the next decade? What, according to you?
Future advancement in forensics. See, like I would say experts. See, now the current experts in FSLs, I would say the current experts in FSLs are recruited from general degrees. Basically, general degree, that means if you have studied of in pure
Only
science
BSc in
chemistry,
chemistry and BSc in
pure science
biology.
chemistry, biology,
Yeah.
they have been recruited on those domains in the those department in forensic itself. But just say me one thing. If the person doesn't have the general knowledge of how to even collect evidences, how will they solve, right? The students who pursue forensic science, BSc forensic science and MSc forensic science, last 2 year back, even BSc students who have been pursuing BSc forensic science are not even eligible to get jobs in FSLs. Now, what is the use of studying BSc forensic science? Now India is being the in all the FSLs are changing now. The order of the FSLs. Yet this will keep changing now. Now the FSLs will also keep the eligibility criteria of students studying for BSc forensic science and MSc forensic science. Yet the jobs are being recruited domain wise. Based on those domains, the specialization should be taken by the student itself also. So these are the advancement the lab actually should do, I would say.
So, okay, as for, the students who are going to enter into the field of forensics, recently past 12th or even, first year students, what is one uncensored and advice you would like to give them?
Okay, see, everything we studied in forensics till today, physics, chemistry, biology, the basic intro subjects we had was physics, chemistry, biology. Everything we analyzes evidences are of physics, chemistry, biology. Just say which thing is not associated anything with science. Everything you studied in class 9, 10, 11, 12, either it is of analytical chemistry or any biochemistry, all you study in this forensics. Every derivatives you have done in school life, right? I would say to all the kids who are still studying 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12 students, everything you study in schools, the applications of those derivatives applications is being used in forensics to solve cases. Just think of you all students, and there are students of class 9, 10, 11, 12, they have heard of the word Beer-Lambert law, है ना। Beer-Lambert law सबने पढ़े हुए इन केमिस्ट्री में। Do you know the Beer-Lambert law is being used to analyze evidence? It's even the applications. Have you? There's an instrument called UV spectrometer. UV spectrometry और
Yes,
UV
yes, yes,
spectroscopy,
yes.
उस पे बियर्ड लैम्बर्ट लॉ की ही पूरा प्रिंसिपल यूज करा जाता है टू split the light, the wavelength of the light from the sample. Such thing. So those the application of all the sciences you study in class 9, 10, 11, 12 is being used in forensics to solve cases. So there is really different. Okay. And these things need to be fascinated to the student itself. Okay. Wow, we studied all these things. Now the application of this whole science will be studied in forensic in real life cases to solve cases.
So, guys, whoever who is willing to, take admission in forensic science, you should study your 11th and 12th well. You shouldn't think that we are going into this field, so we'll study in college. You have to study this only,
It is
what
a
you are
basic
studying.
of forensic right now.
Yeah, yeah. In the first year, we study all of the basics of chemistry, biology, and physics of 11th and 12th only. You
Even
cannot
still,
escape.
we are studying the basics of chemistry.
Yeah, you cannot
Yes,
escape from
true.
that.
Not only basic, the students who will come into forensics, they need to clear their basics very well of chemistry, biology, and physics. All this PCB is being taught in forensic science. If you haven't cleared it well, you won't be passed for the next semester. Okay, you need to clear that very well. Also, one thing to add, in all way, like in all the way, if you have to go, all three things, the three things to forensic students, I would say, three things need to be maintained. Books, books. You need the book knowledge, right? Book sparks the interest. Books sparks the interest. If you study a book, right, you would really find the interesting of what we should go for. The lab thing, the lab helps to make you skillful. Lab give you the exposure of skill and the feel you are working. That gives the purpose of what you are doing. So book gives the interest, lab give the skills, and field give the purpose of your what you are pursuing.
So, okay, this was a lovely session. Thank you so much for being